Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Dacnomanic J here, and I am very pleased to announce that though I've been very busy with finals and other things like that, we will be continuing our Minecraft tutorial series and releasing a bunch of new content. Stuff like StarCraft 2, possibly even TF2, maybe even other Steam games like Left 4 Dead 2 or the Humble Indie Bundle. Maybe Portal 2. We have a lot of 2s here. We have MapleStory merchant guides that will be coming up. Other things with MapleStory management. We will, of course, be uploading a lot more Minecraft, like possibly even custom games, mods, installations, tutorials on stuff like that. And since that is the last of our updates, we will continue with today's Minecraft tutorial. So let's get right into this one, guys. So today's Minecraft tutorial is going to be about how to engage monsters or combat tactics, and the first one that we're going to bring up is how to engage with an Enderman, and the easiest trick with that is just to go under a 2-block high tree like so. So basically first you go up to him and you hit him, and then you run because he's going to chase you, and you try to get under the tree, make sure that he's not in hitting range of you, and then you just kind of whack him like this until he's dead. Kapow! Alright. Awesome. So continuing on, we have zombies coming up next. That was actually really coincidental. And now zombies, of course, aren't really fast in particular like spiders are, and they don't have long range like skeletons. So they're easiest to manage, but you never want to get way too close to them or else they'll start hitting you, and that's just unnecessary. So against zombies, what you really want to do is hit them back, or you can circle around them while hitting them. That usually confuses him enough for you to inflict good damage and kill him before he can do anything too risque. So, skeletons are what I think is the most annoying aggressive unit in Minecraft, because the improved AI that they have now makes their shots so accurate, and the damage on bows along with their accuracy is just really devastating to your HP and armor. So usually you want to try to run at them, sprint, and zigzag if you're in a large field, or you can diagonally walk around them like this to try and get closer, and then once you're close enough to them you can just keep beating on them. So zombies like so, like I said before, you can just circle around and kill them like that. And as for skeletons, if you get close enough to them, want to beat on them. Water is actually one of the most inconvenient places to engage with a skeleton, because if it's a really big pool and you're jumping into the water and you're trying to go at him like this, the one main thing that people have over skeletons is that you're fast, you can sprint. But if they're stationary in water, they're just going to be shooting you back into the water, back further away from them, so you never really want to engage too many skeletons in water. Though if you're confident enough, I suppose you can. So, again, with skeletons, you just kind of want to zigzag to confuse them, try and hit them. If you're getting knocked back a lot like this, you just want to go and approach them from different angles. And spiders, similarly to zombies, you want to walk around. Now, unlike zombies, you can't go straight at them since they're constantly leaping at you. But what you can do is sort of back up while they're hitting you so that you can try and avoid their lunges. Creepers are usually not going to be too much of a threat. Now, though they may seem so, it's only like that if you really let them sneak up on you. Otherwise, they're really easy to deal with, especially if you have a lot of food on you. So one thing to note is never engage anything, mostly creepers, when you're at low HP, just because if you're at low HP, you might as well just eat some food and regenerate. Or if you have no food, you should just not be engaging at all. But let's say this creeper is coming at me like this. Now I'm just going to wait a little bit so that my health can regen. And then now, what you want to do with creepers is you want to sort of back up, sprint at them, smack them back, and back away immediately after smacking them. You can do that repeatedly until they're dead like so. That's really the only way to deal with creepers. I mean, you can jump up on top of them or shoot them from far away, but I mean, those aren't really as efficient, since if you're using arrows, you're wasting arrow shots. that you could be using on, per se, like a skeleton or something. But you also always want to try to use creepers to your advantage, like I did right there. Knock them back into monsters and other things so that they explode, unless you're looking for EXP, of course. But if you just want to try to kill and get a quick getaway, you always want to try to do that. So that's basically how to engage on every monster. Now when you're hitting animals, I tend to not want to use swords against them just because, you know, it's a waste of material. You don't really necessarily need to, since they're not going to try and kill you. But, I mean, if you have a surge of stone, you could always feel free to use a cobblestone sword, excuse me. But otherwise, I generally don't use weapons, especially some weapons that are, of course, worth more, like gold. I don't even know why you would have a gold sword. Anyways, gold, iron, diamond swords even. And when you sort of get the hang of how many hits it takes on a creeper, what you can do is... oh, jeez. Now you see there, the one thing about engaging with a creeper and a skeleton behind the creeper is that the skeleton always has the viable option to simply shoot the creeper into you like it just did there. And if you're low enough HP, that can really just be devastating enough to take you out in one shot. So you always want to be careful when the creeper is in front of the skeleton. You want to maintain your distance, or you want to just simply wait or kill the skeleton first. Now with spiders that are under you or above you, let's say you're above, if they're above you. Now if we're talking about spiders, especially if they're above you, let's say you're in your house, one thing you can do to really easily just take them out, let's say they're right above you and you can hear them above you, you could simply break the top. Let's say this is a spider up here. You can sort of smack him since he's too fat to actually fit through, and just kill him that way without taking any damage. Of course, if you want to, you can always make a moat around your house and make death traps so that when they fall there, you could attack them without having to deal with anything, without having to go outside, and so that you simply eliminate the monster itself. And I actually ended up dying right here because I was completely careless, and that's really what will happen in combat if you're engaging. If you're careless, you will die. It's just kind of how it works unless you have some crazy armor and weapons. But anyways, that brings me to my next point. And if you are careless and you aren't keeping good track of your HP and your hunger bar in combat, that will really affect you. And you always want to keep good watch of how your HP and hunger bar look, because if you're in combat, that tells you, okay, how much time do I have to sprint? Can I avoid certain monsters? Will I be able to get away and go home if I need to? Do I have enough food on me? And of course, do I think I can survive certain engages? Like, will I be able to take on that creeper? Will I be able to take on 2 zombies and a spider coming at me at the same time? Or should I just back away? And so, all being important things, you always want to keep really good track of your HP and your hunger and your armor if that is being equipped, and simple little things like that. Another really helpful tip is to watch out for the mob composition and to pay close attention to the setting that you're in, because if you are in an enclosed space and there are 3 zombies and 3 spiders, for example, and they're chasing you down, you don't want to engage in there. You have to get out. And another thing that really plays a big role is, of course, the time, if it is daytime or nighttime. If it is nighttime, monsters will have a much easier chance of just surrounding you, so you want to keep that off limits if you are not experienced, and you always want to engage right at sunrise. Of course, some people might not want to engage at all because of the new AI and the new flame attribute implemented to monsters that burn, meaning that if they hit you while they're on fire, you will also become lit on fire. So skeletons shoot flaming arrows and zombies smack you with flaming fists. Of course, that's not very fun. But engaging with skeletons can be fairly easy if they're in a 2-block high thing like this. For example, a tree. If they're under a tree that's 2 block high, you can just strafe and get on top of them and commence to just beat them down. Thanks for watching the 4th episode of my Minecraft tutorials. Comment if you had any questions or concerns, share some love and give it a thumbs up, or if you really liked it, add it to your favorites. Of course, as always, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.